Hey, my brothers and sisters, Todd Yeary, Senior Pastor of the Douglas Memorial Community Church in Baltimore, Maryland, and the National Vice President of the PUSH Coalition with our headquarters in Chicago, Illinois, reaching out to you on the eve of another commemoration of the birth of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. One of the things Dr. King was strongly advocating for is a resolution and an end to the three great evils: racism, poverty, and war. The problem that we're facing today is that currently our government is caught in the trap of a stalemate that has government employees being manipulated as pawns, and their families are being adversely impacted. And so the poverty of the current moment is self-inflicted and self-imposed by an unwillingness to sit down and talk seriously about the resolution of the issues that matter to all of us as a nation. But here's what we're doing to help those who are adversely impacted by the current government shutdown that is now on the verge of moving into its second month. One, we are praying that God would grant wisdom to the elected officials that they might overcome their own sense of intransigence and sit down and talk about how we get the government open and deal with the issues that are at play. We're also encouraging our members, our friends, our networks to reach out to their elected officials to tell them, sit down, talk about it. We can resolve issues if we sit down and talk to one another respectfully in the course of the dialogue. But more importantly, for the families that are impacted, trapped in the manipulation of the current government posturing, we are doing what we can to make sure that they have food, clothing, shelter, the essential needs. We are sharing resources through the funds that have been set up to make sure that the needs of these 800,000 federal employees have what they need to get over this bridge. We're encouraging banks and creditors to grant them all of the latitude they need without burdening them with late fees and constant calls about being late when they don't have any money coming in. Once upon a time, I was a federal employee. I was an air traffic controller for 13 years. Air traffic controllers are amongst some of those government employees that must show up to work, whether they get paid or not. And they really have no way. They can't take the time to find alternate means of income. They're in a precarious situation, and it is up to the rest of us to make sure that we do our part to help those who are caught in the current trap, the current cycle of the current government shutdown, to be able to have what they need. And let's impress upon those who have been elected by us to do what they must do to resolve this issue right now. Put those who are ready, willing, and able to go back to work, put them back to work. Those who are continuing to work without pay, let's get them paid. And all of the other issues that seem to be important to us, but really aren't important when we consider the lives who have been caught up in the current mess. Then we can get down and resolve those issues. In the meantime, I encourage you to do what you can, where you can, as much as you can to help those who are challenged by the current shutdown. Hey, thank you for giving me a few moments of your time that I can share a few thoughts with you. Let's keep praying and let's keep working. Let's keep supporting our workers together.